Good morning. It is Halloween. Boo. So scary. Yeah, that's right. Welcome to the show. I'm Todd Duplantis. You're watching Up to the Minute. And yeah, we got your HCC news and information for the next half hour. A Halloween themed show, if you haven't learned by now. My favorite co-host on Halloween, Diana Barrera Burgos, who is the HCC Southeast Communications Director. Good to see you, Diana.
Good to see you, Todd, and happy Halloween, everyone. This is one of my favorite holidays. I go all out at the house. I even dress up. Not today. I mean, not right now, but I do dress up.
A lot of us, yeah. I mean, our director is a big fan of Halloween. Hence the reason we had the special Halloween open he created a couple of years ago. So that's a special part of the show. So, did you celebrate Halloween with your kids over the past weekend? Or y'all going to do some stuff tonight?
Oh, we're doing some stuff tonight. And we did some stuff over the weekend, but definitely tonight is the night.
Tonight's the night. A lot of folks are going to get out there, and it could be a bit chilly. I hope your kids are wrapped up and bundled well.
Never. They just wear whatever they want, and I'm like, okay, go freeze. And they
have at it. Well, it is Halloween, and we're glad to have everyone with us. We've got a kind of a Halloween themed show. We got a special guest coming up because it's Tasty Tuesday, which I know your favorite day on the show, right?
Yes, I know. I'm always hungry, so I come prepared.
All right. But first, we want to thank everyone watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube. We're here just about every morning when HCC is in session, Mondays through Fridays, live at 10 a.m. But they can also catch us in social media, Diana, and
You're
on
right.
HCCTV.
You're right, Todd. We are live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page and YouTube. We're also on X, LinkedIn, and on HCCTV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Okay, so Diana, I'm going to let you kick things off because it is Halloween, it's Tasty Tuesday, and we've got a special guest that's kind of combining the two things for a unique experience for diners.
You are right, Todd. I am so excited to be introducing my guest. His name is Toby Schwebel. I hope I said that correct, Toby. You know, my little accent going on. So hopefully I didn't butcher it. Toby is the Director of Operations at Savoir and Patton's Savoir Houston and Patton's. So welcome to the show, Toby. Before we get to your holiday plans, tell me a little bit about your two restaurants, which I hear they are connected by a speakeasy. That is pretty cool. That is kind of a mystery touch to it. I love it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. So Savoir and Patton Steakhouse are both located in the Heights off 14th and Yale, both in the same building. Like you were saying, they are connected by a speakeasy. So Savoir is going to be the main restaurant. That's where you're going to find all of the branding and see everything from the street. Savoir is going to be New American with Mediterranean influences, big floor to ceiling windows, very light and bright in atmosphere. All the foods can be very like chef driven and composed, very pretty plates and really cool flavors. And then the speakeasy entrance is located behind the bar of Savoir. So you walk behind the bar and through our wine cellar. There's a back door on the other side of the wine cellar. And it leads you into a totally different atmosphere, which is Patton's Steakhouse. Once you get back there, all the windows are blacked out, white linens and wine glasses on the tables, real nice chandeliers hanging from the ceilings, candles on the tables, very intimate atmosphere. You know, Frank Sinatra and some jazz in the background, and very classic steakhouse as far as the food offerings go. So, you know, steak on a plate with some great sides. Wedge salad, one of my personal favorites, beef tartare, you know, all the classics that you find at a steakhouse.
That is way too cool. I mean, I would be a little nervous trying to follow you to the steakhouse, to be honest with you, because it's like going through the cellar and all this stuff. It's kind of mysterious and spooky at the same time. So talking about spookiness, what are you guys doing for Halloween, El Día de los Muertos? I'm a big fan of Día de los Muertos.
So for Halloween, we've got all of our decorations. You can see some of it behind me. We're going a little bit more family friendly today, so we've got extensive kids menus available for the kids. The Heights is going to be bustling tonight. I don't know if you've ever gone trick-or-treating in the Heights. It is crazy. There are people everywhere. Everybody goes all out with decorations. It's a ton of fun. So we've joined the party. We're going to have candy at the front door, and we'll be hosting all of our, all of our family-friendly food offerings as well. And then for Dia de los Muertos on Thursday, we'll be putting up an ofrenda and recognizing some of the industry veterans. And we'll be partnering with Lalo Tequila. For those of y'all not familiar with Lalo Tequila, he is the grandson of Don Julio. And they focus on a really high quality, pure agave spirit. And we'll be partnering with them, doing a couple of specialty cocktails, doing a banderito or a cantarito, and some really fun stuff there as well.
Oh, that is awesome. That sounds amazing. I'm going to see if I can pass by tonight and check you guys out. But I have to ask, who's going to be in your ofrenda?
So we've got Julia Child going up there. We've got Dave Pickrell. He's known for being the father of Whistle Pig, if y'all are familiar with that whiskey. He was one of the master blenders there. And we've got Anthony Bourdain going up there as well. DJ Screw, for those of y'all that are local to Houston, we figured we'd give an offering to DJ Screw as well. And I'm trying to think who else. There are a couple others that I can't remember. Chef's got a few people that he really wanted to put up there.
That's amazing. Just celebrating and embracing Dia de los Muertos. That's great. But let's go back to the food. So tell me a little bit about your fall menu and what do you mean when you say you're celebrating the lives of industry icons, which you already kind of went into the ofrenda part of already.
Mm-hmm. So savoir means to know. It is a French word that means to know, and you can conjugate it in different ways and use it in different ways. But what it means to us is that we take everything that we've learned over the years and we bring it to the table. So when we say New American Mediterranean, it gives us a lot of leeway to do a lot of different things. So we'll have, we've got a Greek salad on the menu that represents one part. We have a lot of pizzas and pastas that kind of represents Italy. When you go over to the wine list, a lot of that is very French oriented. We've got a few French classics on the menu as well. So we really try to take all the things that we've been inspired by, whether it was people like Julia Child, watching her cook on TV, and just bringing all that inspiration to the table and to the experience for our guests.
Oh, wow. That's it's a mix of deliciousness of different countries from what I'm hearing. You said Italian, French, Mediterranean. That's very interesting. How did you come up with that concept? Because it's a very unique concept to do.
It started off with wanting to just do really high quality food and something that would be an everyday restaurant for the people of the Heights and in Houston. And with the diversity that we have in Houston, we wanted to be able to appeal to a lot of different people. So when we decided to go the savoir route and kind of share everything we know, it all started with really high quality ingredients. We really wanted to put a wood-fired pizza oven in the building, and that kind of led us going towards the Italian route with the pizzas. And we just took everything that we've, like I said, learned over the years and brought all of that to the table. Chef's background, he's from Oklahoma, but he came up doing a lot of French cuisine. He's got family from Louisiana, so he's got some of that Cajun Creole inspiration to his cooking. He worked for a Thai restaurant in Austin for a while, so he's got some Asian influence to his cooking. Myself, I've done everything from live music restaurants to classic steakhouses, to vibe restaurants, to a little bit of everything. Everything from your kind of standard corporate restaurant all the way to the very eclectic, unique restaurants.
Wow, that's very interesting. And, we just finished celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, and I heard you say something about tequila in history of the tequila. So I hear you also want to celebrate, like I said, that the history of tequila by celebrating it and doing honoring Lalo and his grandfather, correct?
Yes, absolutely. So we also celebrated Hispanic Heritage Month here. We partnered with Lalo as well. They have a very, very high quality tequila. One of the things that Lalo learned from his grandfather was to respect the agave. And so they don't add anything other than yeast, water, and agave. That's all that's in their spirit. They don't age it. It's all Blanco tequila. And what they're really trying to do is take the agave and represent it as best as possible and really gather the terroir of tequila and be able to show that in the bottle.
Wow, that's okay. I'm definitely down for an event like this
Yeah.
anytime.
So we've got so like the banderito is our take on a Mexican flag shot. So it's got a sangrita, which is very similar to like a Bloody Mary mix. You've got the Lalo tequila and then some fresh squeezed lime juice to go with it. The whole idea of that shot is to enjoy the tequila, be able to cleanse your palate with the lime juice, and to be able to really enjoy the sangrita. But it really expresses those pepper notes that you get out of the agave.
Wow. Todd, I'm gonna have to bring you in because this is definitely a place that we want to be at and have some of our colleagues go and really taste some of these amazing flavors, especially that they're celebrating El Dia de los Muertos. Todd, what do you think?
Yeah. I know that sounds like a big event. One thing, Toby, I wanted to ask you, I've lived in the Heights many years at times. I lived in the 80s in the Heights, and I lived there for about 8 years. Well, not that long ago. But when I moved back in like 2009 to the Heights, it was just starting to blossom. But now it's really turned into really this foodie haven with all the restaurants. Is there like a camaraderie with the local restaurants with you guys there? I know you partner with some of them, but is that you all are kind of in this together in the Heights? Because it seems like they're just popping up everywhere now.
Oh, absolutely. So the restaurant industry itself is a very tight-knit community. And that was something that I didn't learn at first. It took me a little while to kind of bounce around to a couple of restaurants and really realize how tight-knit the community is. There's a lot of restaurant groups that I've worked for in the past that are here in the Heights as well. But we do definitely have a sense of camaraderie. We are mainly focused on the Heights right now. So we've actually got expansion plans. We've got a Vietnamese restaurant going in across the street from Savoir. And we've also got an ice house that we'll be putting in that'll be going over in Garden Oaks.
Wow. So you got good plans on there. What advice would you have? We have a very incredible culinary department at HCC.
Absolutely.
What advice would you have to our students who are looking to get into the industry or maybe looking to get on board with fine restaurants?
The biggest thing is to get started. I see a lot of people focus on theory, and theory is great. It's good to know the ins and outs of the back office stuff and how to project numbers and theoretical wine lists. But really getting involved and getting in a restaurant, getting in front of guests, learning how to problem solve, learning how to multitask, and be able to handle a high pressure situation is invaluable. It's what's really going to take you to the next level. That degree is very, very, very important. It's great to have that foundation and that background. And if you start with that background of knowing a lot of the theories and then taking that and putting it into practice and getting to see it in practice, you'll be able to jump leaps and bounds in this industry.
Diana, I know I certainly enjoy the fact that, we see a lot of fusion restaurants, fusion taco, things like that, and it seems to be a trend now. Toby, do you see that as I enjoy that when two different cultural foods are melded together? Do you see that as a trend that's going to continue? Because it only seemed like it popped up in the last 10 years or so as well.
Oh, absolutely. And especially with how diverse Houston is, we're one of the most diverse cities in the world. And it's one of the things I love about Houston. You can throw a rock and hit any type of food you want in Houston. And you can also find, fusions of that food. And I think it all just depends on the concept you want to go for. For instance, for our Vietnamese restaurant, we're not looking to do fusion. We want to do very authentic Vietnamese food at a very high level. But Savoir, for instance, there is some fusion here. We'll have some stuff that's very French focused. And then there's stuff where we play around and chef just gets crazy with the Cheese Whiz and does all sorts of fun stuff and, puts things together that I would never imagine. There have been a few times I'm kind of a little curious. I'm like, I don't know about that, but I'll try it. It always blows me away.
So talking about some of the fusions and being able to be so diverse, I just love it. I know you guys have a lot of events and you host some of the events. And I know one of the events, you just recently had a masquerade event at Patton's. Can you talk to me a little bit about that? Because I'm quite interested. I want to be invited to one of those events, by the way. So just anytime you can reach out.
Absolutely. Yeah. The masquerade ball was a big hit this past week. And we did that on Saturday. We changed out all the white linens for black linens, put red rose petals on all the tables, handed out masks to everybody, put some candelabras throughout the dining room. We had a three-piece band that was performing some Phantom of the Opera themed stuff as well as some jazz. It was a really, really fun event. If you want to get involved with those type of events, you can follow us on social media at Savoir Houston or Patton's Heights. Those are on Instagram and Facebook. And then we're always posting stuff to our website as well. So this month we've got, we did the Patton's Masquerade. We've got Halloween, Dia de los Muertos. We're doing we're taking care of the cooking for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And we're going to have a New Year's Eve party here as well. We also do private events. We've got what we call our garden room, seats up to 30 guests. Very, very pretty room. We do a lot of bridal showers and baby showers. We've done some corporate events in there as well. Great room for doing private events too. So we like to do everything to where, it's open to the public and it's a ton of fun for everybody. But if you're looking for something intimate for you and your close friends, we handle it all.
Well, Toby Schwebel, he is the Director of Operations for Savoir Houston and also Patton Steakhouse. Good to see you. Thanks for you. Once again tonight. The dinner starts at 5. Is that correct?
5 o'clock. We'll be here all day celebrating, but the feature starts at 5.
All right. We're going to have all your information in our social media post after the show. Have a great event. We are looking forward to getting out there and seeing you.
Beautiful. Thank y'all for having me. Have a great day.
Yep. So Diana, I don't know if you're out in the Sugar Land area though, right?
I am, but I don't mind the drive.
You don't mind the drive? All right, because it might be worth going there.
That is going to be not only exotic, but mysterious and provide me with the food and the different flavors that I'm seeking. Oh, I will drive for hours. It's okay.
Yep, there you go. All right, folks, we're going to move on and let's see. We got a few announcements to cover before we wrap up today's show. One of them, Diana, managing everyday stress. Let's talk about it. HCC's Counseling is hosting a program to talk about managing the stress of everyday life, which, sometimes stress is just unwarranted, but it happens no matter what. Well, they'll give you some tools to work with that. 12:30 p.m. Wednesday, November the 1st. That's tomorrow, Dia de los Muertos, by the way, right?
That's correct, Todd. So we hope everybody shows up. Again, it's at 12:30 p.m. Wednesday, November 1st, at HCC Central Harmon building, room 1300. That's what I think, right? And just if you need more information, check our post after the show and we'll have that information for you. But we also have the Autism Connections. It's the fall speakers series, and each HCC speech professor Ruth Salisbury, I hope I said her last name correctly. I've been butchering last names left and right today.
Salisbury, yeah, that'll work. Yep, looks right. That's right. Sounds good to us.
Right. We'll present an interpersonal relationships and social connection in people with autism. That is a very interesting subject. It is open to all HCC students, faculty, and staff. It's November 7th at 4:30 p.m. at the West Loop campus, room C142. And again, please check out our post after the show.
Okay, we have a Gulf Coast Apprenticeship Summit coming up. In fact, it's going to be November 13th through the 15th at the West Houston Institute. HCC is set to host the second annual Gulf Coast Region Apprenticeship Summit and Awards in November. The event is part of a National Apprenticeship Week, a nationwide week-long celebration to highlight the registered apprenticeship programs in this nation's workforce and economy. As I mentioned, 13th through the 15th of this month, West Houston Institute will have a post. I'll have a link in our post after the show where you can register. Free haircuts happening over at Central College. They're very popular. Yeah, they're very popular for today.
That is true, Todd. I have long hair. I think I'm going to need to go get my haircut. So these are free haircuts at Central. It ends November 15th. HCC's free haircuts on Tuesdays and Wednesdays are coming to an end, unfortunately. 9:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Tuesdays, 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. on Wednesdays at the J.B. Whiteley Building, Central Campus. So there will be a link and more information after our show.
Okay, bachelor's degrees available. You know, one of the big things with HCC is we have ways for our students to get a quality education, continue on to a 4-year program, partner in university, for a very reasonable price because you can start at HCC and then move on. Well, we've got a deal with, right now, University of Phoenix for students ready to start their journey towards earning a Bachelor of Science in Management, IT, or Health Management. HCC is proud to partner with the University of Phoenix on new degree pathways to help you get there. They're incredible programs. We've got a number of partnerships. We'll have information on this certain one in our post after the show. And as you know, Diana, spring registration underway right now.
That's correct, Todd. So spring registration has begun. I encourage everyone to take this opportunity to come and explore your potential and get the real world education. HCC has opened its spring registration, but it also includes the popular mini sessions offered during the winter break. All courses are offered either in person, online, or hybrid. Online at a time, no established class meeting times unless listed. Online on schedule meeting time is set and course meets online only. Hybrid lecture classes meet partially face-to-face and partially virtually. That's kind of a win-win. In-person face-to-face courses with traditional meeting patterns at various campus locations, and hybrid laboratory studio courses are always available. To learn more about our HCC programs, start dates, and options to cover cost, please go to our website, hccs.edu/apply. So Todd, there's some good things coming up, and I'm so excited about them.
There are a lot of things coming up. Let me ask you this. Do you guys have any big events going on in the Southeast College today for Halloween? Anything there?
We've had all week long. Last week, we had our huge Halloween bash. It was quite a success. And we also participated in El Día de los Muertos parade in the Magnolia Park. It was amazing.
I saw some pictures. I think someone on this show dressed up a bit for that. Did they not?
Yes. Yes, that's all I can say.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Look her up on Facebook, folks. And there were good pictures. Well, Diana, have a very safe and happy Halloween. Tomorrow, we've got, we'll visit with Enchantech Castle. It's built by HCC's Reality Collab, focusing fun with innovations for the real quest sustainability. I have no idea. That's way all over my head, everything involved with that. But they're going to be here tomorrow to explain it and supposedly show us tomorrow, Diana.
Oh, that's great, Todd. I'm so excited. And I believe the Gaming Wednesday.
Yeah, it's Gaming Wednesday. Yeah, it fluctuates. Yeah. Some days it's Good Works Wednesday, but tomorrow it's Gaming Wednesday.
That is so cool. Well, I'm very excited, Todd. I just want to say thank you to everyone. And I encourage you to have lots of fun tonight. Not too much fun because we still have to come to work tomorrow. Yeah. But, just have a great, safe holiday, and please take care of your kiddos. It's important.
Yep. Keep an eye out on those kids. Diana, thanks for being here today. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye, guys.
We'll see all y'all tomorrow live, 10 a.m. for Up to the Minute. Don't get too scared today.